Yep. Still don't have an intro. Fantastic. Arcade Misfortune. Gonna say the name of the skin and the champion, because that's how I'm gonna do it. Arcade Misfortune. This is the new Misfortune. Haven't made a video of it yet. I tried when she first came out, just didn't work out. You know, like all my recordings are either super bad for either in-game reasons or out-of-game reasons. So let's try this again. It's been a while, so I'm sure that I'm assuming you follow other YouTube channels as well related to League of Legends that you've already seen it. So it's not like we're going to be discovering anything new together. But you know, maybe some of you are, you know, like loyal to me and no one else. You can't have any other YouTuber. But actually, I can't even say the word YouTuber because I'm not a YouTuber. I am a guy and I post videos on YouTube, but there's no way I could possibly consider myself anything more. Anyway, we're back to the game, not going off on anything else, thinking about League of Legends. Any Misfortune against Soraka Lucian. This is pretty good for us because Lucian, although he is strong at early levels, Misfortune is also strong at early levels, and Soraka is really good at sustaining and stuff, but Annie is really good at all-inning, and she brought Ignite. So hopefully... Wait. What? Zach is... Never mind. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I thought it was Zach mid, but I guess he's support. Well, I no longer have any idea what's going on, so... What?
Sure you can handle me?
I don't know. I don't have many words. I don't have many words for that. But I guess it happened. Oh, I meant to do it on the top mini. I did it on the middle one. If I did it on the top one, it would have bounced back to him and done damage to Lucian. Don't know where Soraka is. This is a weird game. Ah, there's Soraka. Man, I'm hitting all the wrong minions. This is my first game, so maybe my mouse accuracy is just off, but I don't know. I've been, I just missed like a couple minions with my mouse and stuff. So, anyway, Lucian doesn't have flash. We're up by 1 CS. We could have been up by like 3 or something, but... Yeah, I don't know how to lane with Zach. I just don't know when to be aggressive or what. But Soraka's here now, so any poke we really get down that isn't in an all-in is pretty much not going to do much. So, I'm not really going to look to do a lot. I'm actually really surprised that didn't bounce back to Lucian. Like, I think that truthfully should have gone to him. I'm not totally sure why it didn't, but I don't know, maybe the angle just wasn't right, I guess. I'm going to clear this cannon minion because, you know, I don't want it there. Almost level 3. I think rather than getting my E to make it rain, I'm just going to get another point in Q for the extra damages. Since my Make It Rain spell doesn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it has a really good slow, but... Wait. My thing doesn't do Grievous Wounds anymore? Well, that's something I just learned. Yeah, and I've even played it before. I guess I didn't notice. I just assumed it did. That's pretty lame. I picked Misfortune into Soraka thinking that I would have Grievous Wounds. But I guess I do not have Grievous Wounds. And that's a big deal. Well, we got pretty much all their summoners, and I still have my heal, so a future trade could go in our favor because of that. But Soraka's just going to sustain and stuff. Oh my, I don't know what to do. Zach is just carrying me. Never mind, I had to use heal there. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. Gonna say that flat out right now. I'm lost. Zach really threw me a curveball, and I was just unaware of how I'm supposed to play. So I'm just gonna recall because I have no idea where their jungler is. But either way, we're going even, but we're winning in CS. So even though we screwed up our summoner spells, we probably misplayed a bunch. We're winning in CS, so I guess that's one thing we can look for. You know, like we have our pickaxe. He's not gonna have a BF sword or anything. They don't have any summoners. So I think we're doing okay. Like, we're up 4 CS, and we have this wave to farm, and he's about to recall, so maybe they'll get a flash mid here. I wasn't able to look because I didn't want to sacrifice CS. Oh, they even got the kill. Okay, so that's good. Good first blood for us. I'm screwing up my... I felt like that didn't even move, and it just randomly got in turret range as soon as I decided to hit it. So, I don't know. I guess I'm just doing badly at CSing, but I'm still winning in CS, so that's the most important thing, you know? Like, it's one thing to miss CS, but as long as you have more CS than the enemy AD carry at a certain point in the game, depending on, you know, when your power spike is, then it's no big deal. I have to respect if Soraka advances on me, or even Lucian, just because my support isn't in the lane right now. I hit the wrong one, but I don't know. I have this minion wave with me, so I can kind of use that to be like, hey, back up, son. And they don't really know where Zac is at this point in time, so it's like, you know, they have to respect that too. He has no dash now, and he's slowed. Alright, got some damage in, but, you know, it's Soraka, so Lucian's going to be full HP, but we are getting some damage down on Soraka, and he only has 2 potions left, so an all-in with Ignite, we might be able to do something. I'm scared, man. I'm just scared. I never know when we're gonna win, because I've just never ever laned with Zac before. I've played thousands of games, and not once have I laned with a Zac. So it's just like weird to me. I'm gonna keep saying that. I've said it a lot. The point has definitely gotten across that I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, I can't help but keep saying it because I just don't know what else to say. Usually my videos that I put out are, I attempt to, you know, fill with some good information, but how can I give good information when I don't even know what's going on? So this is definitely an interesting game. Soraka overextended. We weren't able to chase Soraka through her silence, or we would have been rooted. So we decided to. That's a Shen. Oh, it got stopped. That's a shame. Baited the Zac flash. So honestly, that was 1 for 1. Not even bad. I'll take it. I have a really lame amount of gold. I wish I was able to live there, but I didn't have any summoners up, and I wish I could have farmed to this and just waited for BF sword. So that being said, I'm actually just going to not buy anything. One of my options here that I could do is buy a brutalizer, and that might be a good idea. But honestly, I feel like BF sword is just going to be the way to go, because the faster that Lucian completes an item is basically the pace that I want to complete an item. So if I go brutalizer, it might give me some power right now, but if they really wanted to and made no mistakes and just farmed under tower, then they could make it so that brutalizer purchase is like nothing, and then they could just farm the BF sword and finish an item before I do, and then I'll just be behind. So I'd rather take the loss of increased power at this second and farm for my BF sword to be able to get more power later and keep up with Lucian. So it looks like Lucian and I are the same level. He didn't buy anything either, so he's doing the same thing. He was thinking, you know, I could buy a brutalizer too, probably, but you know, I don't really want to. So 10 minutes into the game, gonna buy my blue trinket. My support does have sightstone, so all the things they look for before buying blue trinket are true. So dang. Oh, the ult, but he can taunt out. Yeah. But minions, oh dude, this should be free kill. Right. Right. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Good for us. Don't know where Soraka... Oh, Soraka's there. So he only has pickaxe. And I have BF sword, so... As long as I play it correctly... Yep. That was straight up... Like, I had a BF sword and he didn't. He probably didn't even notice I had a BF sword because I was just in lane with a pickaxe. And he probably thought that I was just farming jungle or something. That is a completely reasonable thing to do that he did, because Lucian does really well in 1v1s, especially against someone without a gap closer that I can't really dodge his Q very easily. And my ultimate isn't really good in a 1v1 because he could just dash out of it, but that was basically just I had a BF sword and he didn't. That was really all that was. And I've gone into 1v1s like that thinking, oh, I can win this because, you know, I'm powerful at this point in the game. I'm good in this situation. I'm going to do it. And then after I lose the 1v1, I'm like, oh, that person had a BF sword. Honestly, I'm sure if you look through my past videos, you could see me doing that. And that exact same thing happening to me. It happens, you know? It's a thing that happens, so I can't really blame him. But he has his BF sword now, and I only had like, what, 500 gold, 600 gold or something, so I went boots because I didn't have enough for crit cloak. Gonna thin out the minion wave so we can fight if we want to. But I don't want to push it. I just want to thin it. Damn it. I wasn't meant to kill the minion, by the way. That was meant to harass Lucian. Honestly, I'm feeling like we're gonna get ganked. Like, I felt like we were kind of tricking Lucian into being like, hey, you know. Yep. Oh my god. Why did I go back in? That Kha'Zix invis just destroyed me. For some reason, I thought they would continue to focus Zac. I just got totally outplayed. Not much else to say there other than I got outplayed by Kha'Zix. So really good job by him, you know, using his stealth the way it should be used. And it was dumb of me to think that it was safe and that he would continue to focus Zac. So half misplay by me, half really good play by Kha'Zix. You know, gotta respect it. Sometimes. Oh, Orianna, who didn't roam, but Annie did, so Orianna's able to get mid pressure the whole time. They didn't get our bot tower, and it looks like they're dying a lot bottom. So we got a lot of kills out of it, and we're getting top pressure. So, like, it was in our favor, but we did lose some mid pressure. But, you know, that's just the trade-off that you do when you roam. Oh my gosh, is this real? Okay. Kha'Zix was still alive. I did not account for Kha'Zix. I just saw a bunch of people dying. And yeah. I guess in all reality, I shouldn't have even put myself in the position to potentially get ulted by Orianna. But I really wanted to, you know, like, lay the hurt down on her just because I thought it was a 1v1. So, oops. That's pretty much the exact same thing as going into lane and being like, oh, that guy has a BF sword. That's pretty much what just happened. Like, oh, Kha'Zix is alive. Did not realize that. So, completely my bad there. Now bot lane's there, so I have to go bottom now to make sure that they don't get the thing. Lucian has 3 kills, and I only have 2, and I have boots. So he has Infinity Edge and I don't, so I do have to be careful of that. However, in the 2v2, if we have an Ignite and he doesn't crit, then it's pretty similar and we should win because my support just has more CC. I didn't know if he'd try to run away with a flash or something, so I angled it to where he had to run into us to escape. So, yeah. But in other news, yeah, as Zac says here, and he's a cool champion. As the AD carry perspective, we gotta think, you know, a moment of silence for that Lucian. He was just getting CS under tower, and then, you know, big bad Annie came strolling around. So, Annie sucks. I hate Annie. But, you know, game's going well, more or less. I do have 3 deaths, which sucks, because I'm the feeder of the team now. But it's okay to be the feeder of the team, because we have to embrace that role and just accept it. and then make ourselves feel better by having 9 more CS than the other feeder on the enemy team. And I say that with the kindest of hearts. I don't want to call Lucian a feeder, because we're both just AD carries in a bruiser's world. Looks like Orianna has her completed item, so she has 40% cooldown reduction, so I have to be really careful. I just have to assume her ultimate is always up, because she has a lot of CDR, and it's a pretty low cooldown. So always have to think Oria's ult is up, unless I see her use it on another teammate of mine in the team fight, like 10 seconds ago. So pretty much always up. Riven's being Riven, I guess. I'm gonna hit this tower and let Riven continue to do her thing. I'm gonna press W for some extra attack speed, since I don't think I have much time to hit this tower by myself. So I'm just gonna press W. Yep, got calling out of it. Oh, blue's up. We know it's safe because he placed a pink ward. It's gonna help auto attack it over the wall a few times. And gonna take a shortcut to mid lane. Oh, I crit. I was really scared of that crit, which is why I waited on the auto attack. Because I thought, you know, with my luck, I'm just gonna end up critting and I'm gonna miss it. So I'm gonna wait. And it was true. So big wave forming bot lane, kind of. Actually, never mind. There are cannon minions there, so it's pretty even. Based on the minimap, it looked like the enemy had more minions. As you can still see, it kind of looked like that, but it was cannon minions, so for the time being, it was pretty equal. But eventually, it will be pushing it to us, I believe. Or no, it's actually going to be pushing it to them. That's weird. I can't tell from the minimap anymore. The way they designed the circles or something, it's like they overlap weirdly, and I totally just think that the enemy has the advantage, but in reality, it is us. So, gonna farm these golems, and then they took a decision to go mid. So, what I was doing there in the first place was I was thinking, you know, okay, the wave is slowly pushing towards the enemy. Someone is gonna want to go farm that. So Zach and I both knew that, because, oh my. Not much to say, other than Riven and Annie. Culling's back up. We pretty much used our ult there to separate the fight, like... excuse me. We did some auto attacks, you know, we used heal on Shyvana to help her live a little longer. We used Make It Rain, and we basically just used our Q and auto attacked a couple times. And after that, we used our ultimate right in the middle to split up the fight, to make their back line go more back and their front line commit more to the front. So they wanted to run out of my ultimate, which is basically what happened. So after that, Annie and Lucian were pretty much unable to get damage down, and Shen was all by himself. So I just focused Shen with the rest of my team and tried to chase them down, but they were too far away after that, so fight pretty much ended. I don't really know what to build as a second item as Misfortune. This is always a problem I have. Oh man, there's so many items I want. I'm just gonna go Trinity Force. It's probably not the coolest. No, scratch that. It's probably not the most optimal idea, but it totally is the coolest. So, I'm gonna go Trinity. I'm gonna use this dagger instead of tier 2 boots for a Trinity Force. So it's just that kind of game. I really need the extra HP to not get assassinated like I have been. And, I mean, it's not going to prevent me from being assassinatable, if that's a word, but it will help, you know, everything adds up. So, there are times where you get out of a fight and you're like, oh man, I can't believe I lived with 10 HP. Well, that's the Phage talking this time. So, Riven's bottom, dragging the attention of Lucian and Soraka. Zac is flanking Shen, but I don't know how much we'll actually get off of that flank in itself. Oh my gosh, I'm doing the worst amount of damage to these minions. Just overall, I've been doing quite bad in the CS department. But Kha'Zix is down there. I'm just gonna be at this tower. Yo, team. They all just ditched. They all ditched me. They just ditched me, man. Oh, I thought we were bros. But yeah, okay. Whatever. Let's say my bad. Making quite a few mistakes this game. Definitely not something I recommend doing. What I just did was the completely wrong thing to do. Now, let me just put that disclaimer. Typically, when watching high elo games, a lot of people who are trying to learn will look at what someone's doing and ask themselves, or even ask the person, hey, why are you doing that? And a lot of the times, like, for high elo players, they do something with an intention to make it a thing that they want others to learn from, so it will look much cleaner and much better and whatnot. And then there's high elo solo queue where people just play on autopilot. This is one of those autopilot games for me. I'm not necessarily doing any cool misfortune tactics to be like, hey, make sure you can implement this misfortune trick into your own game. Pay attention carefully to how I am, securing this CS by doing this. Pay attention to how I'm team fighting. I'm not really doing that. I'm kind of just giving live commentary of what naturally goes on in my autopilot. Because, I mean, although putting up controlled environments to, get teachings out there of different things is really good, it's not always what happens out in the field, So, whether you're that person who runs up to the tower with a Shen there who taunts you with no teammates around, or your teammate is the person that does that, notice how nobody said anything. Maybe Soraka said that after I died. Oh no, because that happened up here before Baron. So it wasn't to me, but notice how after I walked up to a tower by myself and overextended and got killed, no one said anything. No one was like, hey kid, you suck. They just like left it as is, and I'm probably dead. They didn't flame me. They didn't... Got her. Use heal to try to escape. Press W to activate my passive. Help! Nope, Shen's too OP. I'm banning Shen, dude. Screw that champion. Shen is OP. Wow, that was a long hop. Whatever, worth. We got Soraka and, what's the face out of it? Orianna. So, Shen no ignite. Wait, Shen no ignite. Okay. Shen no ignite. Yeah. So, as I was saying, everything I'm pretty much doing is on autopilot. My build order is on autopilot. My decision making is on autopilot. And when I made that awesome decision to walk up to this tower by myself, next to someone who can taunt you, take tower aggro, run away, die, not a single person on my team said, hey kid, you are ugly in real life and no one likes you. You should die of a number of natural causes that I will list off. No one did that to me. No one said that. They just let it be, and I am completely unchanged emotionally and not tilting. That is super important. So, as the main tip of this video, non-misfortune tip related, if you're playing solo queue, don't judge other people's decisions because everyone makes the mistakes. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just don't do that much damage to Shen. He has a lot of armor. Even though he's super low, I don't have any armor pen. And that's probably a flaw in my build. But yeah. So, basically, if someone does what I did and they're really dumb and you're like, wow, I can't believe this person's doing this, I'm way better than him, I can't carry my team, I'm stuck in bronze, etc. Don't say anything. It's actually just better to not talk to anybody in solo queue. Unless you're giving constructive not even constructive feedback. Don't even do that, because it could come off as bad if the enemy person might be on the verge of tilting. If you're like, hey man, I think you should have considered maxing shield on Orianna since you were behind and you could help us out. That would be like that would be a trigger for someone who's about to tilt and they're just like gonna feed on purpose now or something. So don't do that. Only say stuff like blue buff spawning, dragon spawning, baron spawning. Say stuff like that. That's it. Nothing else. Don't talk to anyone. Don't do it. It's bad. It will not help you. The only reason people do it in high-low is because we're all on autopilot and we don't care what anyone says. And we're just talking casually like we're at a golf club or something like that. I don't know what high-low players do in real life. Because I'm like a scrub at League of Legends and I'm not actually Halo. I'm just Masters right now. So we're at 2 items. Lucian's at 3 items. We have tier 2 boots. Lucian has 7 kills. I have 6. He has more CS. I've pretty much just been slacking this whole game. After lane phase ended, I've just been running around aimlessly talking to you guys, not really paying attention to what's happening. Whereas Lucian is probably not on autopilot because he's building all the correct items, all the correct times. You know, he's positioning correctly. He's doing a way better job than I am. That's just a fact. I mean, that's okay, because Annie, it's a low cooldown on Tibbers. Not a big deal. Featuring Fragus. Oh man. Okay, so 70 seconds on Annie ult. That's not even long. Not a big deal. We have Siobhan split pushing top and enemy Shen split pushing bottom. So pretty even in that regard. I need some armor pen as soon as possible. Shyvana needs to get out of dodge. Luckily she's Shyvana and can press W. Pressuring mid while they go to stop Shen. Basically what's happening now is we just sent a lot of them. Damn. I mean, we got both summoners out of Lucian and only one summoner out of me, and I died, but Riven definitely, like, wussed out there. I feel like she could have came in way sooner, which is honestly what I was expecting. But, again, I don't really care that much, because what did they get off of that? What did my death just do for them? Nothing. They got me killed, and that sucks, but they're not doing anything. Like, they're trying to get mid. Looks like Shyvana is in a pickle. But they didn't get anything. We got Shen caught out and they got me caught out. However, neither team is getting objectives off of it. And those are solo queue kills. You can't get tilted or rage at solo queue kills because, you know, stuff just like that happens every single game, whether it's to you or a teammate or an opponent. People just get caught out sometimes. And although you might say, hey, that was really dumb of you, it didn't influence the game very much yet because they didn't get any objectives off of it. So kills that people get without transferring that into an objective, those are solo queue kills, and you don't really care about those. That being said, Lucian did get money, and he is getting stronger. So like that is a thing we do have to, you know, be wary about. You can't just say they didn't get objectives, it doesn't matter, because Lucian does have more gold now. But it's just Lucian. And one person being fed shouldn't matter that much if you work as a team. Or you have Annie. I'm just gonna flash and make it rain. Yeah, I got her flash out of it. My ult's up soon. Damn it. Oh, so close. Well, Oriana's really low now, so she can't contest Baron. I'm just kind of trying to find the good in me feeding. But I am 7-7, so at the least, I am not negative. And honestly, this is a better outcome than I was expecting while playing Misfortune. Because this may come as a surprise to some of you, but I don't play much Misfortune. And I didn't play her much back in the day when she was popular, back in like Season 2 or 3 or whatever the heck season it was when she was popular. Didn't play her much then, and I haven't played her much now, so definitely gonna make mistakes because I am still learning how to play her. I'm learning everything about her. But she's still an AD carry, so I still know stuff. Just not, you know, just not my limits, per se. Like, I've played hundreds upon hundreds of games of other AD carries, so I know their limits way better. Man, Shen has a really low cooldown on that taunt. So, knowing my limits is more important than, like, anything else. Because if I'm playing Draven, I know exactly when I'm gonna go suicide push or when I'm gonna, like, win the push or whatever. Like, when I'm playing, Lucian, I'm way more knowledgeable of when I can handle things and when I can't. But as Misfortune, I just haven't died enough. You learn from mistakes. So every time you make a mistake, you shouldn't say like, oh man, I can't believe I made that mistake, I'm so bad, etc., etc. You should say like, okay, how did I get put in that position? What did I do leading up to that? And how can I avoid it in the future? It's gonna be hard to do that in the heat of the moment because it could cost you a game, and no one likes losing games, but you win by losing, if that makes sense. This is just some more deep information, you know? Like, let me tell you before you go all hard on yourself, like, as someone who is very hard on themselves back in the day when it came to, you know, climbing the ladder, you shouldn't do that because it's not going to help you play better in any more recent games. You should just look at what happened, ask yourself why it happened, and prevent it from happening in the future. That's the best way to go about it. So if there's anything you should take out of this video, it's that, and, you know, like the thing I said about the tower and me walking in range to taunt and stuff like that. If you don't know what I'm referring to, just, you know, rewind it after the video's done. It's good info.
I know what I'm doing.
I think they saw me. Oh gosh. Yeah, they have that warded.
Step 2.
But I'm getting some money now. I'm playing slightly less bad. Even though my score, my KDA hasn't changed, I am, you know, being more respectful of my opponent and stuff. Oh, Annie going in for the big game flank. I'm standing out of pink ward, so I should be okay.
Don't get cocky.
I don't know what this Annie's plan is, but I like it. Eventually, if Riven keeps pushing bottom, then they'll want to get to bottom lane, and they might go through this route. Who knows? They could be careless.
Nice. I like that.
Damn. I feel like if Zach waited and let Annie go in first, it might have worked out. Because Annie ult is way harder to react to than a big ass shadow on your screen saying, "Here I'm coming, I'm Zach." So, I don't know, I think Zach should have let Annie go first. Oh wow, Annie's playing Annie. That's still true. She's just like, "Hey Oriana, lol." Just kind of peeling for my boy Zach. That's pretty much all that was. Alright, Lucian is strong though, so we do have to respect him still. And plus he's got that thing with Soraka, the Zeke's Harbinger, if that's the pronunciation. You know, so when he does the damage, he gets that extra 50% crit. You know, 50% crit on Lucian with the double proc passive thing. I mean, that's a big deal. So, yeah, really nice pick. See, that's the kind of stuff you should be saying in SoloQ. Don't worry about the things people do bad, but as soon as Annie did something good, he was like, "Hey man, nice job." And that's what you should do. I don't know, I guess I need lifesteal, right? Buy a flask. They're still called flasks, right? Elixirs. It was called flask back in the day, right? It was. I'm not crazy. I've just been calling it flask forever. Is it? Has it always been an elixir? Can someone confirm that for me? I don't actually know. Can you just like go back in time and tell me? Or not back in time, you know, go back in Google. Go back in Google. And let me know like if they were always called elixirs or if they were flasks. Yeah. Honestly, this Zach has been playing well. I was really confused at first because I had no idea how to play with Zach's support, but he pulled it off. So, you know, whatever works, right? some people would be like, Zach support, oh my god, AFK, this troll. And you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just play the game out and, you know, hope everyone just plays well. Because there are non-meta picks. Like, that Annie could have easily been, wow, I've already bought my Frost Queens, like, why would you do this to us? You troll, you suck. Go die, I'm a AFK. People do that. I've been on Smurfs before. People actually do that. So, don't do it. Just play the game. It's fine. Got some padding on that KDA real quick before the game ended. No big deal. So, lots of mistakes made by me, but I mean, it wasn't my first game of the day. I don't really care. Boom, boom, autopilot, good stuff. Got a lot of good information in this video too. Honestly, when I go into these games, I don't think, oh, if I upload this to YouTube, will I look good? Will I look like a good player? That's not the point. Everyone looks like a bad player all the time. It's, you know, what's supposed to make you look good is like those compilations. You know, it's like, oh man, look at all my best plays that I have in the last month, and they're all tied in. Those are like 1/50th of the moments that you actually experience in SoloQ. So, I mean, although you do have your moments like everyone does, I even have an entire section in my channel dedicated to those cool moments. It's not going to be like that all the time. So I can't just say, hey, I played really good this game. I have like perfect KDA and I got a penta or something. I'm going to upload this. That's not the point. My videos are to convey relevant and good information about League of Legends. And I feel like in this video I did that. So you can argue with me about whether or not my information presented in this video was good or not or whatever, but I thought it was good. Also, as a complete side note, and I realize I'm rambling at the end of the video again, as a complete side note, I think I've totally gotten better at the whole talking thing. Because I'm sure if you go back, I mean, I don't encourage you to, please don't, I probably sound and am super bad, but I feel like from my first video that I give commentary on, I was just really nervous, really bad. I was probably talking, you know, really poorly and stuttering, or maybe I was super nervous and talked really fast without breathing or something, I don't really know. But I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Still have ways to go, but I feel like I've improved. So that's a good on me. Congratulations, me. And we won the SoloQ game, so we're about to get like 18 LP or something cool like that, because we're really nice. Anyway, Misfortune, Arcade Misfortune, outro Inc. You know, Q action. Subscribe. Yep. See you next time.